Benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Napoli Rant. I am Raff, joined by my co-host, the vicar of Juventus, Raffa.
What's up, Raff Bizzarro?
Hello, how are you? And hello to all our viewers in the chat as well as our audio listeners. Let's get this rant on the road. But before we do, show your support by subscribing to our YouTube channel and be sure to give this episode a like. That's right, guys. Watch us grow. Please give the show a like. Do it now. I'll give you a moment before we get into the good stuff.
Hard. It's not that hard.
It really isn't.
I just did it now. Did it.
Sometimes I go on my personal account. I unsubscribe and subscribe, and just for fun. I mean, try it out. Do it.
I mean, you're watching. It's just the press of a button. It's not even a button. It's a screen. Just tap it. Tap it. You don't have to smash it like I said a couple weeks ago.
No, don't smash it.
Just gently touch it.
Yeah, just
caress
the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Maybe smash that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but great show today, guys. Coming off a win against Salernitana this weekend. Big news coming out out of the Juve camp with getting deducted 15 points, man, and the implications to the season. We'll talk about that. We're gonna have our beast of the match as well. And then a couple of random things. We want to take some questions from the live chat tonight and see what you got to say. And we're going to make a great show out of it. We'll make the announcement real quick now. Next week, we will be announcing our Beast of the Quarter. That's right. We are halfway through the season. We had Frank Anguissa, who won the first quarter Beast. And we are going to see who's going to win the second quarter Beast. You can leave your prediction in the comments here on this video or even on Twitter if you want. We can talk about it. But definitely watch out for that. Raffa.
Yo.
Let's go into the chat real quick because we got a few people that came in already. T6 minus day. That's right, guys. Big meet coming up this weekend on the 29th. We got like massive amounts of Napoli Club. By massive, I may mean 5. But for us, that's huge. Coming up this weekend. It's going to be so. I really can't wait to meet all you guys, man. I really this is so exciting for me. Game apart, Roma apart, whatever. I'm just happy to meet everybody, right, Rafa?
Right. And some of them are coming in on Friday. Some of them are coming in on Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't make it to any of those pre-meets. I will see everybody Sunday at the game, at the meet. And maybe, hopefully, there's time that we can hang afterwards and, maybe get together or what have you. I'll be available for the rest of the day that day, but I can't wait to just, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna pack Ribalta out. Napoli Club Toronto, Napoli Club Philly, DC Partenopei. Who else? Obviously us at Tri-State, Napoli NYC. Brooklyn wants to come. We have a guest coming in from England who's going to be there. It's going to be pretty crazy. And then and then the big rumor has it that representatives from Serie A and CBS will be there again.
Oh yeah.
The big time rumor is that they may send a crew from CBS. So we're working on that right now. Nothing is finalized, but we're working on it, and it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty big. Big game. It's the Derby del Sole, right?
Yep.
And Roma is flying pretty high right now. They've got their ducks in a row. I just had the privilege of joining Wayne. Wayne in Rome for his show on YouTube. Check it out. You check my Twitter. You'll see that the link to that is there. But that was a lot of fun with Wayne. Wayne is a really cool dude. Check those things out.
Fun part. I just lost my train of thought, but
we were talking to some of the guests in the chat room, but
right. What I was gonna say about the meet, guys, that we have people coming from New Jersey, Connecticut. Listen, guys, if you're traveling from outer state and you're driving and you happen to pull into the rest stop, please, and if you see any Romanista, please, no fighting. Okay, guys? Yeah. Don't fight at the gas stop.
It's not the Autostrada del Sole.
Right.
Don't there's no need for that. Let's let the Italians deal with that, right?
Yeah, no fighting, guys. All right. Be peaceful at the rest stops when you're getting gas at your local Sunoco. Don't throw any Kinder bars at each other, anything like that, please. Funny comment. It was the first one. I like to read out the first one. I don't know why. It's becoming a tradition now. But Salvatore De Brito, first in line today. He says, cold front sweeps northern Italy as Milano hits -3 today, with temperatures dropping as low as -15 at the
I love it. I love it. The -3 comment was towards Inter, as today Inter lose to Empoli, 10-man Inter, which means Napoli are 13 points ahead of Inter, who sit in third place. Lazio play Roma tomorrow, Tuesday. And if Lazio win that game, Napoli are 12 points ahead in the race of Serie A for the Scudetto, which is
looking
nuts.
good.
Absolutely,
Just
absolutely nuts.
Just seeing 50
Huge,
up there makes me happy.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
huge result today from Empoli. And also, that -15 comment was indeed reference towards Juventus getting docked the 15 points. But in all actuality, I feel like Kupo from last week. Juventus are actually 27 points behind us right now. So I laughed at that because that's just, I mean,
who would have known, right? Who would have known?
On what planet is Napoli 27 points ahead of Juventus, albeit by the 15-point deficit? Yeah. But when you think about that, right? Even if, let's just say, and we'll get into this further later, but should Juventus get that overturned, we're still 12 points ahead. So that's like the worst case scenario is that they get it overturned, but we're still 4 games ahead of them. It's nuts. It's nuts, Raff.
It's crazy. And you know what? Every bookie from this summer are looking for new jobs right now.
Yeah, they should be
looking for new jobs right now, guys. So anyway,
yeah, they should be. They should be doing
Enzo Esposito.
They should be updating their resume on.
Right. They're definitely anyone from.
What's the site that you get your resume? What is that? Oh man,
Indeed
anyway. Indeed.
Indeed, you were wrong. So anyway,
Indeed, you suck.
Indeed, you suck. Enzo Esposito asks, "Who's all going to Ribalta?" Enzo. Everybody.
If you're not going, you're missing out, brother.
Everybody is going.
Everybody's going to Ribalta.
It's going to be the who's who of Napoli meets. I swear to God.
Not for nothing, but
Quinton's coming. It's official. He's going to meet
Quinton's coming. Quinton's from down south, right? Atlanta?
Down south. Down Atlanta right now. Originally from
Atlanta?
Virginia. He works in Atlanta now, so he lives there.
He's coming.
Yeah.
I think the only
who's
person
not
going
coming?
Yeah, I think the only person not going is Carmelo Fratezza, he's our isn't he our Australian?
But that's a long plane ride.
Just
so we'll give him a pass on that one. You know.
Well, he'll be there in spirit with us, right?
Yeah,
right,
he will.
He'll be there in spirit with us. Oh man, it's gonna be nuts, guys. You gotta come. Listen. Get there as early as you can because space is going to be limited. And the Ribalta meet is on the 29th, just to make it clear to everybody. I see Jerry in there asking. It's the 29th against Roma. It's this Sunday. Kickoff 2:45, obviously. But yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait to see everybody.
Speaking of Kamali's in, we'll talk to him real quick. Kamalo Frazzetto from Down Under asks us, if Lazio win tomorrow and we beat Roma, can we start to say we are going to win the Scudetto?
I mean, I'm okay with saying it already. Even if Lazio get a point against Roma, against Milan, it's 11 points. It's 12 points if they win. If Milan win, it's 9. It's comfortable. I'm comfortable with 9 points. It's 3 matches. Traditionally, you want to be as least superstitious as possible, and or you want to be, traditionally Neapolitans are superstitious, right? So they don't want to say it, but when you hit 50 points at the break and you're that long, not the break, but the halfway point, right? And you're either guaranteed to be 9 points or 12 points ahead at the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's, listen, destiny is in our hands, and it will be for the rest of the season, and it will be our Scudetto. I can say it. It'll be our Scudetto to lose, and now is when you start to like really feel it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think a big statement would be if Napoli win against Roma too. I do, because again, Roma's a team that's coming up. I mean, not coming up, but like they've struggled a little bit this season, but they're finding their stride. They're getting there. Dybala's okay. Tammy's coming back around. Yeah, right. So like Mourinho has them playing, but so were Juventus, right? Juventus had the same momentum going in. Eight games unbeaten, all clean sheets, and we stuffed 5 past them. So Napoli are going to get up for these big games, and I think it's safe to say that if Napoli do beat Roma, then yeah, you can lock it in, man. I think I just do. I think it's a lock, man. I just can't see it. Any team, right? Not just Napoli. I can't see any team slipping losing a 12-point lead, at the half. I just don't see it.
Anthony Navarro. Well, I guess we were kind of answering Anthony Navarro as how we feel about this Roma game, man. I mean, all in all, I feel good. That's the thing. I feel good about Napoli no matter what.
Yeah, bro.
Like I am just not worried about anything. Now, I'm not trying to gas up my head or anything. I'm not trying to like get ahead of myself. But listen, Napoli deserves credit. They deserve our trust. They deserve our faith. I understand the past, but we need to look forward, because this is certain. We are certainly witnessing history. We are witnessing so much this season that we've never seen before. And I think off that alone makes me feel good about the whole campaign. Can we drop points? Yes. Is it possible against Roma? Certainly a possibility. I mean, these teams are going to show up no matter what. They're going to show up. They're going to give Napoli a challenge. But again, they just deserve our faith. So how do we feel, Anthony? You ask. I feel pretty damn good. And I'm going to feel even better when I get to meet all of our friends at Ribalta for this meet. I'm super excited about it, no matter what.
Absolutely. Very, very excited about it. We always like to get together with, like-minded people and friends and supporters of the same team and all that. And to do so where like people are legit traveling, they're spending money to come see us. They're spending money to come hang with us, to get an experience, to further their club, but to also meet new people. This will be the first time a lot of us will have met each other. And it's really cool. It's just a really cool concept. And, what better way to do it than to do it with, the Raffs, the 2 Raffs, right? We're going to be there. We're the life of the party. You know that, bro.
Oh, man. The Tri-State Napoli, everybody, man. We just love to see
I'm looking forward to, I just want us to score some goals, because I'm looking forward to doing the Decibel Bellini call with Carmine, who he does it for the Toronto club. So him and I together, it's a più forte, più forte.
Oh, we're gonna be. Place is gonna shake and rumble. It's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna show them what we're all about, guys. We're gonna show them what we're all about. That's what we're gonna do.
And why everybody needs to be there. Definitely. That's right. Daniel Vergera, I'm gonna read this out because he's always consistent and he always says this, and I love just putting it out there. But Daniel said, I won't be saying it until the trophy is in our hands. Okay.
I know. And I see another comment. He says, I have faith in this team. I've just been hurt too many times. Guys, I get it. The past, you're right, Ralph. You brought it up. The past, I get the past. But this is a different team. This is a different team. And that's all. I'm going to say that to the end of the season. This is a different team. This is a different situation. It's a different set of players. It's a different manager. It's a different team. We got this.
All right. So get this. My brother just he hands me a note. He wanted me to say something. He's like,
he hands you a note.
Yeah.
It's Joe, right? Joe?
It's Joe. Yeah. He hands me, like a producer note. He wanted me to make a comment.
This just in.
Wait
a minute. Hold on. I've just been handed a note here.
Hold on, folks. Breaking news.
Real life breaking news.
Breaking news. He said, invite Romanisti as a solidarity to to be against violence.
That's a great idea, man. And I think if we didn't have 600 people coming,
right. No,
that would
Joe,
be a
Rob
good idea.
said if we didn't, if it would be good if we didn't have 600 people showing up. Basically, we would love to invite the Romanisti, but there's no seats for them, and we're not giving up ours. So sorry.
Well, here's the thing. On Wayne's show today, he said, "Oh, and if you're a Romanista, why don't you go to Ribalta, crash the party?" And I was like, "Yeah, everyone's welcome." But at the same time, I'm like, "Damn, I don't know. If we're definitely not gonna. If we're gonna be turning people away, it's fellow Napoli fans. I don't know if we're gonna let Romanisti in.
True.
But listen,
2:45, right? 2:45.
Yeah, 2:45.
All right, Romanisti, be there about 2:15.
Yeah. Listen, it's a great idea, and I invite Roma. I think there's a fan club in New York City. I think Wayne is part of it, but I would love to get together with them, maybe even after the game somewhere. There's Wayne right here. He's in here. He's in.
Wayne's in the house. Where is he?
Yeah, he's right there.
Wayne, hey, Wayne. Sorry about in advance. No, but thanks for coming in, man. Awesome show.
Yamogene, yeah.
Is Wayne in New York?
Man.
Wayne, you're in New York?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, you should
actually, it's a funny story. He's gonna be
at
Gore Mountain. Wayne is gonna be at Gore Mountain up by me in the Adirondacks. It's like a 20-minute drive from my house on Saturday. I tell him, you need to come down and get a haircut from me. And he goes, I just went today. If I knew that, I would have told him to wait and come see me for a haircut. We could have had a nice Wayne. Listen, you're in here. Here's what I want you to do. Okay, I will tell you where I am located on your way up to Gore because you have to pass us. I want you to take a little detour. It's right off the exit. I want you to stop in. I want to get some pictures with you. Bring some Roma stuff. I have my Napoli stuff. I want to get a photo op, and I want to show the world Napoli and Roma can get along. Can exist, right? I'm going to hit you up, Wayne. I'm hitting you up after this show. I'm hitting you up. I got you.
We should make a skit, I'm telling you, at the local gas station and really we should troll the Italians. In Jersey City, I can see the Hudson River. Yeah, man, you should. Rain, if you got nothing else to do, it would actually be a pleasure for you to hang out with us and watch this game because all in all, it's a good time. Ask Kupo. She loved it, so you'll love it too.
Yeah, she had a great time.
You might not love the result, but, who knows? Let me shut up or else I'm going to have to eat my words and apologize to Wayne. I wonder if we could do a bet. What do you think? Loser has to wear the other team's jersey or something? Are we down?
Oh, I'm not going to go that far. I don't know if I'm going to go that. Nah, I don't think so.
No, I'll wear it.
We'll see. Oh, you will. You wear it.
I mean, listen, if we want to make
Roma used to have. I actually do like Roma's colors because they're the color of my youth soccer club, maroon and the red, right? I do like the colors, but I really liked Roma had some really dope kits back when they won the Scudetto and they had Kappa. There was this one especially that they wore in the Champions League that was half blue and half the orange. That shirt was fire. I really liked that shirt. And plus, I think they came out with this all navy one too. It was really dope. Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, Wayne, I'm gonna hit you up after this. We'll talk. We'll definitely have to connect because you're so close to where I am in this Saturday, and that would be dope. But hey, let's start talking about why we're here, right? Salernitana, right?
Salernitana, the aftermath. Napoli win.
Aftermath, man.
Nothing
for sure.
2-0. In Salerno, which is a few minutes car ride from Napoli.
But also without the away section closed, right? Because now we've seen for 2 months Napoli fans can't travel. And Roma fans can't travel. So so the away sectors have been closed for the next 2 months, and this was the first game for Napoli. There's that. But yeah, the goal by Di Lorenzo right at the stroke of halftime, and I said it too on the build-up. I said we need a goal now, and it came, which was great. But then Osimhen right in the second half as it started, 2 goals, one right at the end of the half, one at the beginning of the half, wrap it up, see you later. Wasn't pretty, wasn't amazing, but it was the result that we needed. These results against little teams are super necessary. They're so big because we would go and win 5-1 against Juventus, and then it would be super Napoli to lose in Salerno or tie in Salerno, some bullshit, right? You saw the Coppa
I always
Italia.
blame the weather. It was raining again, wasn't it? For that.
Yeah, it rained again. Yeah. The
I'm telling
weather
you, that's
hasn't been
bad
great.
news for us, man. It's just maybe for
Yeah.
soccer players in general, any sports players really, but I definitely see a drop, like almost like a little dip in quality when Napoli are playing in the rain. I hate the rain. And if anybody knows in the Discord, like again, this has been the ongoing joke, but not always
Yeah.
crazy about the weather, man.
Sure.
Like you could definitely see the kicks are not as accurate, they're not as fast, the passes are
Right.
not as crispy. But again, it's a weather thing. No excuses. We won. Take it.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I mean,
Take the
we bossed the game all game. Not for not. We did. We bossed it, but it wasn't the free flowing, beautiful play that you always see. You know what I mean? It wasn't. Osimhen also netted, but he was offside, which was really nice finish actually. Right in the.
It was.
Ochoa's near side, which was crazy. Yeah, see, Napoli Club Toronto comes in, dominating game, 75 possession, 2 goals. Is it good as it gets? It's true, but it wasn't a performance a la Juventus. That's what we're trying to say. And the Coppa Italia match midweek. You know what I mean? We probably should touch on that too. Napoli out of the Coppa Italia. We did a Spaces right after on our Twitter, which was really dope. We're gonna do a lot more of that. If we can't come on, we'll do a space. Ralph, maybe we'll keep the audio to like post onto the
Sorry,
the audio.
that was my first.
No. We had a few kinks to break out anyway. It's all good. But yeah, look for us on Spaces if there's a midweek game or a game after match that we can't like cover on Monday nights or what have you. We'll come in. But yeah,
Ralph, I want to read a comment here
we got it done. Go ahead. Sorry,
from Antonio because it's definitely something worth to mention. Antonio. That save from Meret was a game changer. He says, if that goal goes in, it could have went the other way.
We're talking about the one that Piatek took, right?
It was like a giveaway from Dilo, and then
it would have made it 2-1. It would have made it 2-1 with a little time left. So yeah, I get that for sure. Mehmet does get a touch on it. Like at first, as I was watching it, I didn't see a touch, but you could tell from the replay,
just the tip of his fingers.
Yeah, he caught the ball, and if he doesn't catch that ball, if he doesn't, like when I say catch, I mean touch. If he doesn't make a touch to that ball, it's going straight in. His touch redirected the ball and hit the post,
right,
and it right across the face of the line of the goal. Crazy. One of those FIFA things where like you get frustrated at FIFA, hit the crossbar, hit the post, it goes right across the line, But yeah, definitely a game changer, and without giving away too much, because I'd really urge you all to go watch Wayne's show. But he asked me who the unsung hero is, and I chose Meret this season so far. An unsung hero is Meret because I think that he doesn't really get too much like praise for the job he's done so far versus what we expected out of him in the beginning of the season. So for me, that's my unsung hero the first half of the season is Alex Meret.
Totally. I mean, I posted on Twitter, Gaetano says Meret, top 3 keeper in the league. I'll leave this up here while I talk about him. I question a couple of his abilities. Now, some people got really mad at me. They thought I was throwing him under a bus. I was like, no, listen, I'm just holding the guy accountable. I want to make sure he is confident in his save selection and he's making the right moves, because one of his biggest strengths that I liked was that he was a great reaction.
Always. He has always been that.
Always has been that.
Yeah.
And lately he's been like shut down with that. I mean, he saved, a shot that was practically an own goal from Rahmani.
Right.
The speed of that reaction.
At 2-1 right before the half too. If Napoli go into that dressing room leading 2-0 and then they come back for 2-2, then you're looking at a different second half.
Different ball game.
I'm 100%. For sure.
He might have saved the game then too. He possibly saved the game against Salernitana as well. This is what I want to see, and he's more confident on his feet. He is more confident in his decisions. He is, spot quick with those reaction saves. These are the great things about Meret, and now he's starting to show them. And I'm, now he's kind of easing back into our hearts. And some people said like, oh, he didn't deserve it. Listen, man, like when you're not when you're not up to your par, like you're gonna get it. You're gonna catch it. Doesn't matter what you do in your life. If you're just not up to par, you're gonna catch it. And that happens, and sometimes you need it because those are the little things that are going to push you. If you say what you say about Meret, let's just say he's watching all of our Twitters, all right, and then he sees our tweets that are against him, and then he starts crying and he goes into his little shell, and then he does not perform the way he's supposed to. Then one can say like, hey, look at this guy, he's not even up to the task. I mean, you got to be up for that criticism. You got to be up for that kind of critical analysis of your play. It's going to happen. But when you can take in all that and then perform, that's what makes players great, is those guys who can accept that pressure, overcome it, and put out a performance. And now he's starting to solidify himself into that position. And I'm super happy for the guy no matter what. And I was always cool with him, right? I never had beef with the guy. Question him, never had beef.
Well, and also, and in the same vein with the goalkeeper, right? Well, let's read this first from Daniel. Medet's bread and butter has always been reaction saves. The rest of it was lacking. Credit to him. He's been great this year, aside from a couple moments. Yeah, but the couple moments, I agree. The couple of moments you speak of didn't cost us a match. It could have. Remember the one versus Bologna could have cost us the match, but we had taken care of it. And that's another thing is, the reliance on the rest of the team. And Cal says, for me, Medet's the best keeper in Italy right now, but even the best need a little help, right? So we had Sirigu, who was to provide some experience and what have you. It just didn't work out. Half the season. He's going to Fiorentina. That's happening. And we have actually signed, the medical, I believe, is tomorrow. Pierluigi Golini, formerly of Atalanta and Tottenham, was spending his time at Fiorentina now. We're taking him for the rest of the season on loan, and there's an option for 24, and he's going to be the backup to Medet because Medet's going to sign a new deal as well. So our goalkeepers are going to be Alex Medet and Pierluigi Golini, two of Italy's top goalkeeping prospects from when they were younger. And Golini actually has been part of the Italian national team. This is insane. I don't think we've ever had a time where we had two great goalkeepers aside from when we had Ospina and Medet, right? But this is an amazing news bit of news. And I think he's the right person because you never know if Medet goes down, what happens, right? We need to have someone who's quality to help us out, and we've done that. So another feather in the ADL Giuntoli cap.
Vincenzo Batillo says he was the only player I was worried about going into the season, but he's grown a lot and done very well so far. Now, if anybody knows Vincenzo the way we do, this is a very big statement from him because he really was not rating Meret at all. Super one. Sorry, Vincenzo. I'm not trying to throw under bus, pal. You're my buddy.
Is Vincenzo going to be? Are you coming, Vincenzo? I don't know who's coming.
No, Vincenzo's not going to be here this weekend.
He's not going to go.
No, okay. But we're going to.
And I know it's in the chat. We have a chat, and
we're going to light it up for him.
I don't read the whole thing. I need to know who's coming. I know Carmine's coming. I believe Sereno's coming. I don't remember who else is coming, but it'd be great to see everybody. Yeah. That's a pretty strong remark from Vincenzo because, he was definitely vocal about Medet, as most of us were.
Vin hated Meret. I got tired of all right, guys. Let's do the beast of the match because I think we can kind of round off this game with that, Raffa. To everybody in the chat right now, let us know who your beast in the match was. I don't know how we were pretty convinced on this one, Raff, weren't we? I mean, this was like
we were.
This was one of those. Yeah, that's the guy. I think we were in this one. Wasn't so much.
It's funny because I texted you, hey, did you watch the game? And you said, yeah.
I gave you the answer.
Then
the name.
You said two one-word answers.
Yeah.
You said, yeah. And then you said the name of the person. And
The name of the beast.
I said, exactly. And that was it. It was done. That's
Don't you love it when that happens, Rob?
Right. Setting the beast of the quarter up. We were also pretty like together on that, but that took a little more work. For this beast of the match, it was like 100%.
You know what? Let's go for it then, guys. Beast of the match. We're about to show you yours. Show you ours. Let's go for it. Here he is, guys.
Yeah.
Professore, the man himself. Crazy eyes, Mario Rui. Beast of the match against Salernitana.
I'm still laughing. Because before you hit the video button,
yeah, almost did that.
I was gonna say.
You mind if you show me yours?
Yeah. The chat showed us theirs. Now let's show them ours. You know, you showed us yours. We'll show you ours. Mario Rui, hands down, beast of the match. Who else did we have as a nominee? I mean, I don't even know if we had someone else to say, oh yeah, it could have been that person. Not that there was anybody that like didn't deserve it. You know, everybody deserves, you know, when we play great the way we did, everybody deserves a shout. But I think this was unanimous in the fact that you know, just this guy is just lights out, man. Every touch is positive, every movement is important, and he set up both goals. Like he didn't get the assist because we talk about it all the time that we, you know, Calcio doesn't do hockey assists. You know, they should really start tracking that, man. Like it was weird because
Does it do it? The FIFA, the video game, I think, does it.
I don't know.
You get like points for that in the game or something. You do.
Yeah, I think if you say you get points, but I don't think you get an assist. But wow, where was I going with this? Mary,
the hockey goals.
Foot mob for some reason has Mario Rui with chances created 1. Like, he was highly rated, don't get me wrong, for this match.
Right.
But they only gave him one chance created, which I found weird because he was like the guy who set up both goals, both of them. And it was kind of odd, but whatever. You know, Foot Mob is unique, and we use them and we love them. Actually, we really do love Foot Mob.
Yeah.
And we use them for everything.
Boys, buddy.
Holla. Yeah, Mario Rui, man. I'm pulling it up right now. His rating was an 8.2, right? And like I said, he had like 1 chance created, but most tackles in the match with 2. His accurate passes 90%, 107 passes out of 119. He took a shot. He's getting closer to a goal, everybody. Trust me. But he was just so big, man. He was so big in this match. And I think we're lost without like when it comes to him and Oliveira, they both have such redeeming qualities, but right now, Mario Rui needs to be on that pitch. Am I right, Ralph?
Fire. He's on fire. He has to be. I'm going to read 2 comments here. Number 1, somebody had mentioned about Mario Rui being the pitbull of this team, and Quentin responds, he's the pitbull of the team? Mr. 081 in the house. That's a good one. For those of you who don't know, 081 is the Napoli zip code. Anyway,
081 worldwide area code.
Yeah. Mr. 081 worldwide, baby. You know it. Mario Rui in the house. Pitbull. Pasquale had noted, and this was really funny too. This was in the beginning of the game. How about that kid in the Salernitana kit giving the Wayne's World "I'm not worthy" bow to Mario Rui before the match? That was epic. I love
that. Was pretty cool. That was really cool.
See, even the little kids know. A little kid knows about Mario Rui. Little kids. Mario Rui, beast of the match, man. Love to see it. I love giving Mario Rui the beast of the match. I think he's got 2 this year. He has 2. And we all know if he scores, it's automatic. In fact, if he
Well-
scores in the middle of the game, I'm posting it on Twitter.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's got 2 in the quarter. I don't know if he has 2 all year. I think he might have more than 2. He might have 3.
No, yeah?
I think we gave him 1 for the beginning of this. I'll check it. Really
No,
quick.
I think he has 2, but either way, whatever. I mean, he has 2 or more, which is really good.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, for sure he has 2 this quarter, but I'll look it up really quick. But yeah, I mean, like I said, he's got to play, man. This guy's got to play. He sets up goals. He's got the good relate. Did you see that video? I think I retweeted it. Yeah, I did retweet it. There was raw footage of after Anguissa sent the pass into Di Lorenzo and he scored it. There was a footage of Mariri and Anguissa embracing, and just the joy on their the joy in their demeanor, plus Victor Osimhen coming in like through the side of the screen, coming in and him being so rejoiceful, and then the other guys getting over to Di Lorenzo on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It just gave me such Scudetto vibes. I think watching that clip alone, you could tell this team is so happy. They're so on board with each other. They get along. There's no issues. Everything is going so right. It just has to keep going. It has to keep going.
Yeah. And this is one of the guys that's a part of it. But you're right. We're seeing more and more of that lately. The players kind of embracing each other, being happy. When Di Lorenzo scored, it almost seemed as if Victor Osimhen was more happier than Giovanni Di Lorenzo was. I mean, they all jumped for joy when Dilo scored. But I guess what? That was his first goal of the season. So maybe that has to do with it.
Well, Serie A season anyway.
Serie A season.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm sure they were happy for him. It's their captain, all that good stuff. So super happy to see this team like that. But speaking of teams and happiness, or a lack thereof, we're going to start the second half of this show. Will be the final segment for the show. But here we are again.
Hold on, really quick. Mariri was beast of the match for match 7. Milan Napoli, we gave it to him. And then he was beast for match 17, which was Sampdoria, the Sampdoria game. And now today. So that's 3. See, I knew he was there. I knew he was there 3 times. Yeah.
Wow. Outstanding for that guy. Happy to see it. Avanti così. Now, for other teams, we saw recently in the news about this point deduction from Juventus. They officially received a 15-point deduction. Obviously, there can be appeals we'll talk about and all that. That could be reduced. Who knows? But as of right now, Juventus was handed a 15-point deduction. And I think what this rant is going to be about is not just them, but kind of the reactions from the fans. Because I bit my tongue a whole lot because I don't like to use the account to troll or to just kind of shit on people. We obviously try to be as logical as possible here, but it seems like Calciopoli Part 2, Return of the Ladri, and here they go, dry snitching the hell out of us. I mean, and we're talking, popular. I mean, the whole team just dry snitching. What about them? And what about them? And this?
They're always the victim.
Oh my God! Listen. You talk about Napoli being emotional, but we're emotional when you tell us that you want a volcano to fucking destroy our city and kill our friends and family. All right, we're emotional about that, but you guys, man, just out of control. Let's cancel the subscriptions. We love our team. And what about Napoli? And what about this? Oh, look at the Osimhen deal. Look at the Osimhen deal. Bro, look at your 40 fucking deals. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, it's literally 40 to 1. Yeah.
Take the loss. Eat that shit. Say, man, this doesn't belong in soccer. We don't want it. Let's make a statement. Nobody's shitting on the players. And Raffa, I was very happy when you tweeted that out on Twitter a couple days ago. Like, yo, nobody is blaming your players. Like, we don't care about the players. The players didn't do it. Your administration, although they said they were going to accept pay deductions, and who knows how much they were in on.
But here's the thing: is the players were trying to do what was best for the team, right? They were approached by the board, and the board was like, "Listen, we're in a little trouble. We need help." Blah blah blah. So the players, being loyal to Juventus, which you can admire, like, right, in the first Calciopoli when they went down to Serie B, like, they weren't even punished that bad this time. They went down to Serie B last time, guys, and had 2 Scudetto freaking revoked, right? And one of them went to their biggest rival, Inter, right? So there were certain players, Nedved, Del Piero, Buffon, a couple of other players. I think it was Chiellini. A few other players stayed with the club and rode it out and came back to Serie A with them and did their thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Those players were approached by the board and said, "Hey, we're in trouble. We need some help." And they're willing to do what they have to do to help the club out. So as far as the players go, I don't fault them for doing what was asked of them by their the board of directors, their owners, the people that are in charge, right? And it's all on the organization. It's the organization, right? It's not the players. It's not the results. It's not the this. It's not the. It's the organization is ma si proprio sporco, so dirty, and it's like, the fans trying to play that they're victims. I get it. You're going to try to back your club. If somebody comes to my club and tries to say, "Hey, you did this and you did that," we're going to defend them as much as we can. But at the same time, it's okay to be real. There were a couple of real Juventini on Twitter that I actually really commended for being real, for saying one in particular said Calciopoli in 06, that wasn't our fault. And I disagree with that too. But anyway, he's really sticking up for Calciopoli in 06. He goes, "Today, this is our fault because we don't know how to run a company, and it shows on the pitch. This is our fault. We need to pay for this," right? Boom, done. And he gets it. But there's a lot of guys out there that don't understand why they're in trouble. It's like, it's common sense. And you're trying to catch ADL on it.
Right? That's the shit. Dante's in here. I want to just put it because Dante has been on in our chat before. He's cool. A Juve fan as well. It's going to be a rough season, Dante DeSanti says. Hard to be positive, but it makes my passion stronger. Fino alla fine. You know what? Like, I'm cool with that. If you're loving your team more, you're like, "Hey man, through this hard time, we need to stick by them. We need to let the players know, because ultimately they're the ones whose heads might get affected." If you're saying, "Hey, I'm going to stick by these players, guys. It's not your fault. We love you. Play hard for us." Hey man, 100%. Because as Napolitani, I think we would do the same thing. But to defend your fucking administrator, not that Dante is, by the way. Thank you, Dante, for joining us and always being super cool and super positive in here. And anybody here is welcome, But to defend those rat bastards, it's like, if they were doing this shit in Napoli, man, I'd be like, get out of here. We don't want it. We don't want a dishonest way of winning. We don't want, a lack of ethics. We want to do things the right way. And to point at us when we've been, People's in here, ask him. All right. Me and People, we fight all the time. Deep down I love him, but we fight all the time. But I remember when we always used to say Napoli have been like bargain bin hunting for since the beginning of the ADL ever. We've been pinching pennies and trying to find deals and swaps, whatever way we can. All right. So to start pointing your fingers at this one Osimhen deal that, by the way, was investigated and was dismissed. Like, I don't care what your allegations are. I don't care what the allegations are. The fact is that Italian authorities looked it over and threw it out the door. And now they reopen Juve. And they caught him on the phone thing. And let me just add real quick. Not Juventini, but Juve administrators, y'all need to learn how to buy like burner phones, bro. Like, you gotta stop talking shit on your personal, man.
Seriously.
Like, contact the local drug dealer, figure out how to find a burner phone, and stop snitching on yourselves on the phones, man. Between Moji and I can't pronounce his name. Patrick Patirachi, whatever. Get off the phone, guys. Get off the phones, guys. Like, I don't know. You didn't learn your lesson yet, man. Get a burner phone, guys, please. You know. But yeah.
So the way it is though, Ralph, now is that you mentioned the appeal and maybe it'll be reduced. So for the appeal is to wipe it out completely. Right now, the way it's set up is that the 15 points will either stand or be completely dismissed. So, like, it's either 15 or back to 0. You understand? So that's the thing. And then plus with the Napoli thing, right? Osimhen, the deal, all that stuff. The Naples prosecutor decided to reopen the case, and it is reopened with a 6-month extension. So it's gonna be 6 months before we find anything out. So like we could literally win this Scudetto and then them say, hey, you're in trouble, points deduction, what have you. So that's why we have to win by a lot. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it because honestly, they don't have anything. They opened it twice and it was dismissed twice with no wrongdoings found on Napoli's end. And they're doing it again, I feel, to just kind of appease the rest of the league and say, okay, everyone's talking about Osimhen. Let's open that again then. Let's do it. Fine. That's only fair. Okay, sure. But what are they going to find unless they find a wiretap from ADL and he spilt everything? ADL, right. The way he runs his club, the way he keeps his balances his books, there's no way there was any wrongdoing. I will be so, like, I'm not just saying this because we're a Napoli show and a Napoli fan. I think any fan of any team besides Juventus should be surprised if they find something on Napoli. Should be completely surprised.
Right.
Because I honestly, truly, I trust ADL. I trust that he has covered all his tracks the way he should. And everything is going to be fine. I do.
I mean, we've been bantering. Excuse me. We've been bantering ourselves on how, like, ADL wins the financial fair play trophies all the time. That's great. We're balanced our books now. So if something were to come out like this, even if it hurts us a little bit, I would be shocked. If it takes away our Scudetto, if we win one, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to make it. So
the only other time
I will do, but come on, man.
The only other time I remember being docked points was 2. There was the whole thing with COVID right after the COVID season. But in 2012-13, right? Where we had 2 points docked, and we were like in the race for the Scudetto with Juventus at this point. We had 2 points docked, but they found that their investigation wasn't proper. And ADL was acquitted of whatever the charge was. I don't remember what the charge was. I'm sure someone in here will. Guys, if you remember, let me know in the chat. Mm-hmm. But we got our points back. So it was an investigation on some sort of financial irregularity somehow, some way. And we got our points back because they saw that we did business the way we're supposed to. Right. Now, COVID might have changed a few things. Obviously, changes a few things for a lot of people. But like Vincenzo here says, ADL never loses. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And this is also something I should bring up. Season 19, right? Mm-hmm. When Ferlaino took over Napoli, he won the Scudetto on season 19. ADL is on season 19 right now. How crazy is that? And it's after Argentina won the World Cup and after we lose 1-0 to Inter coming back from the break. How nuts is that? How nuts? That same thing happened in 86, 87. Unbelievable.
My thing is too, and Dante, if you're, I don't know if you're still in here. If you are, say hi real quick. But the whole, I really don't like this rhetoric about, Serie A, like the Juventino, Serie A needs us. You won't survive without us. I mean, like, what kind of attitude is that? Now, if you say that, oh, you're the best in Italy and they need you and yada, 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 why are you going around breaking the law and doing this? It's like, yeah, you need me, but I can do whatever the hell I want to you. It's just a bad vibe, man. Like, I don't get how one can say that you're this important, yet you're going to go around and be the most corrupt. I mean, like, it's fucking... It's hypocritical, you know. It's just like you're like walking contradictions, man. Giuseppe says it here. It's an arrogant attitude. Y'all need like the bagno di humilità. Like, it's gotta stop. Like, you gotta stop. Like, guys, you gotta get off your high horse a little bit, man. And the whole, yeah, well, we got more Scudettos. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was then. This is now. Save your jokes from 1987. I don't want to hear it anymore. The fact is, since it's like we were still recovering from Calciopoli, and the minute we get a little bit of traction, because the league's been pretty decent over the past couple seasons, the minute we get a little traction, this comes out, man. This comes out and ruins it again. And it's just like, stop it. Again, it's the admin, not the players, not the team, not the fans. Well, the fans, some of the arrogance. Again, there's a lot of humble people out there. And the people who have, like, Italian football podcasts, for you to come out and blatantly show your fucking biasm like that, it's a bad look, bro. It's a bad look.
And here's the thing.
Don't do it. You know who you are. Don't do that. Don't tell me what I need to do with the subscriptions or anybody needs to do with their subscriptions, all right? Because you're going to watch the game anyway, probably on an illegal stream. And like an anonymous person said, because I wouldn't say it, you're gonna like stand up for Juve breaking the law by breaking the law. So it's like, give me a break, man. Just eat it. Take the L. And there's a few other content creators who just came out and just refused to take the L. And when I question them, they don't want to respond back to me. When I'm asking logical questions, they don't want to get back to me. Again, I'm not going to call you out. You know who you are. Most people in here know who they are. Stop it. Get off your high horse. In fact, if anybody, I said it in the chat, Raffa. I said, this is actually like probably one of the best things that's going to happen to Juve in a while. Like, Juve needs to be broken. They just haven't been right. They haven't been the same team the past couple seasons. Their business practices have been shady. You know, if you represent Italian soccer, then you need to get your shit together, man. Because Italy, respectfully, you're not in a good place, dude. You're just not. Your whole country is not in a good place right now, and you need to get it together. And it seems like Juve to have to be a part of that because you are a big club in Italy. You're probably the biggest. So get your shit together, man. Take your L. Refuse this type of unethical bullshit. Defend your team. Love your team. You should, but don't give me that high horse crap. That crap.
Well, I don't. So let me get this straight. You're saying here that the league is suffering, or Italy as a whole is suffering? Because in my opinion,
Italy is the league. The league is Italy. Italy's suffering.
Okay, but here's the thing, man. I don't really know if the league is suffering that much. I mean, yeah, they could do a lot of things better for sure. But look at on the pitch. I think they're doing just fine. I think they're getting players that want to play. They're getting high-profile players. They're keeping guys like Lautaro Martinez. Guys like Lukaku want to come back. Guys like Osimhen want to stick around. You know, there's look.
Fair enough. I mean, it's better than 2006, the league, but the country's in turmoil, bro.
Well, the country's a different story. I'm talking about the league. I'm talking about claims that Juventini have that if Juve are not in the league or at the top of the league or at the then there's something wrong with the league and the league's going to suffer like it's some sort of freaking Juve reliant league. It's not. It's not reliant on Juve. As a matter of fact, I'm here to tell everybody that the league is probably better without Juventus at the top. The league is more it's more interesting it's more interesting, right? Like first of all, they say stuff like the league is suffering. Okay, well, where is the league suffering? Is it suffering on the pitch? Everybody says it's the 5th best league of the top 5 when actually it's the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about numbers, it's the 3rd best of the 5. It's in 4th this season because of Juventus not making it out of the Champions League group stage. It's two coefficient points lesser than Germany this season, but had Juve done their job, it would have been in a comfortable 3rd position. That's number 1. Number 2, even though they're out of Champions League, they slipped down to Europa League. All 7 teams qualified for the knockout stages of Europe. So they're all in, all of them. That's number 2. Number 3, when they say things like the Netherlands, England, Portugal are catching, not England, the Netherlands, Portugal, and France are catching up to Italy. That's so factually inaccurate that it's not even funny. As a matter of fact, bro, Italy are 12 coefficient points better than France. 15 better than the Netherlands, and 18 better than Portugal, which means it's going to take miracles for those 3 teams to catch Italy in the coefficient rankings. And if it does happen gradually, it would happen over the next 5 years. On what planet is Italy struggling right now as a league? On what planet? There's so much exposure. There's so much work being done. And Milan, you got Inter, Milan, and this season it's going to be Napoli. That's 3 different Scudetto winners in 3 years. 4 if you count Juventus' last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that a struggling league? But when Juve were in their prime Juve, right? 9 straight Scudetto, 2 Champions League finals, a Europa League semifinal, 4 straight doubles. No, the league was just perfectly fine then, right? Everything was great then, right, Juve? 9 straight Scudetti, everything is great. Suddenly, shit don't go your way, and now the league is suffering. No, you're suffering, and you're insufferable. You're making us suffer because we're trying to have a good... God forbid another team wins. God forbid somebody out of the ordinary takes a Scudetto that's not Milan, Juve, or Inter, right? But you also did the same thing to Inter and Juve and Milan. God forbid they win one, and the world is crashing down. The league is crumbling, this and that and the third. Do me a favor, okay? Take that notion, shove it up your ass, because it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Everything you Antini are saying, and I know who you're talking about, Ralph. I know who you're talking about encouraging people to cancel their subscriptions, because I subscribe to him and his friends' podcasts. And I know I'm not going to like what I hear when I hear it, because he came out today. I haven't heard it yet. Yeah. I wanted to before the show so that I could rebut, but I haven't heard it yet. He invited me to listen to what he has to say, and I'm going to listen to what you have to say. I will listen to what you
Where's
have
my
to
invitation, person?
But because you got to
like
pay.
You too. I got to pay for it. Sorry.
I pay $3 a month. Is it 3 or 2? Probably 2. I pay $2 a month to listen to him and his buddies. Yeah. And I'm not going to name any of their names because some of them I half like. I'm not going to name who it is.
We don't do names.
But you can rest assured I will listen. And how would you feel if I didn't like what you're spewing, if I don't like the content that you're putting out, if I don't agree with what you decide to talk about, and I unsubscribe from you? How would you feel? You know what I mean? Ridiculous. Yeah. Telling people to cancel their subscription to show the league. Get the hell out of here, man. Who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You privileged, entitled bunch of selfish, disgusting, crazy human beings. You enjoy... You enjoy all this success through all these years, all of it, and the minute someone else gets a little taste of it, you want to cause all this ruckus because your damn club can't get their shit together.
Call him Raffa.
Nobody at Napoli resigned from their board. And I don't want to hear that it's not necessarily an admission of guilt. Maybe in the court of law it's not, But in the court of my opinion and everyone else's public opinions, they're dirty, scummy, disgusting people that evaded jail by quitting Juventus. So go F yourselves.
Pretty much.
Every single one of you, except for Dante De Santis, because I like him. And
we
Cooper,
like Dante.
and a handful of other people.
Nah, there's a few good guys out there, man. I want to read a quick comment. This is from Felix. Felix, by the way, Felix Peters joins us from Nigeria right now. What time is it in Nigeria, Felix? If you're still in our chat, let me know.
What's up, Felix?
But he commented here about the comparisons of the league. It was obviously a few minutes earlier in the rant, but I'm gonna read it out because I think it's important, because the EPL obviously touched far and beyond, and one of those places was Africa. And Felix Peter says, I have been watching EPL all my life, but to be honest, the Serie A has really improved. The football ideology right now is extremely attacking. So there you go. I mean, here it is. This is a witness. This is somebody who is there, who is absorbing all of this, and who's saying that, wow, man, Italian football is on the rise, And
how many times in the last few seasons?
By the way, 2 top goal scorers in Italy right now are Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But he makes a great point attacking. In the last few seasons, who was the most attacking league in the top 5?
This is commitment.
It is commitment.
We love you.
It really is, Felix. You're great. Awesome. There's also, I want to shout out Napoli Club Nigeria. I don't know if Felix has anything to do with them, but yeah.
Felix, is that you? Shout out to Napoli Club Nigeria, Felix. Look them up on Twitter. They're looking to grow, so please help them grow if you're not in it already. So.
The past few seasons in the top 5 of the European leagues, Italy has been the most goal scoring, like more so than the Premier League, more so than Bundesliga even, and it's great. It's great.
Rafa, I'm gonna get some
Dante.
Yep.
Dante, what video? No, I'm sorry. He put up a thing where he said something about video that he's gonna get back at me for. Which one was? One day I'll get back to you. This year, good old times. It's this one, I'm hoping, right? Because I've made a few videos, Dante, about your esteemed club. We're here, guys.
Let's get a Forza Napoli going up in the chat. Forza Napoli temper in the chat, guys. Get the hour mark. And we're gonna get in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. I'm out. 3-minute goodbye tonight, Rafa.
3-minute goodbye. All right. Sounds good.
But if you're still here, guys, we still have a great turnout. Please share our shows. Please help us subscribe. We are close to 500 on YouTube. My goal this year is to get 1,000 by the end of the year, not the end of the season, but the end of the year. It's not a full order. We're close to 1,000 on Twitter, guys. Please like these shows, subscribe, add a comment, just share the link, share the little thing on Twitter. And it's a big help. Pasquale, I see your question about right wings, but I'm not going to answer it right now. I think it's too soon to figure out who's going to be our right wing next year. I think a lot's going to happen over the summer. There was talk about Juvent and De Laurentiis are going to try to offer a contract extension for Osimhen, raising his, I believe, what's the name? Let me get the name. I want to be legit here. Francesco Manno, who reported on Area Napoli.it that Osimhen's contract possibly extended to 6 to 7 million for the year for salary. We'll see what
deserves it. He deserves it.
So also, everyone at Ribalta, Yamabel.
Be at Ribalta. Be at Ribalta. Yes, please do. Please do. Guys, this has been really, really good. Ciao Zeno, thank you very much for coming in. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Dante says, he DM'd the video to the Napoli Rant Twitter account. All right, I'll check it out. It's probably one where I'm singing.
Yeah, something about Juve Merda.
Yeah, definitely. What else did I want to say really quick before we go, Ralph? Man, I love.
Say bye because we have 30 seconds. Let's
go. All right, be at Ribalta. See you then. Ralph, I can't wait to see you again, brother.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to see everyone.
Good seeing you.
Oh man, pleasure's mine. Is Paparizzo still coming?
Oh yeah, he'll be.
Oh yes,
he'll be there. I'm gonna try to bring some more family, but I think it's just gonna be me and him because space is limited. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. We might have to bring our own chair. I still have the Paramount pop-up chair. You know, maybe.
Oh yeah, so do I.
We'll bring those in there. They'll think we're like the producers or something. I don't know. But anyway, guys,
that'd be so
fun show, guys. Great show again. Thank you to all the live chats and people in the live chat as well as audio listeners. Raffa, great show as always. Be there or be square next week at Volta for the watch party, Napoli versus Roma. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see all of our friends, guys. But until then, Forza Napoli sempre, Raffa.
Ciao, ciao. Forza Napoli sempre. Ciao.